So most importantly, we must prepare the lungs and the breath. So just close your eyes down. And as you both are probably already seeing in your yoga practice, when you have a really steady breath, it actually helps stay in the pose longer. It helps sort of tap into more strength and even sometimes find a little extra space. And that's really what flexibility is, right? Just finding some extra space in that particular part of our body. So just take a moment, closing the eyes, just start to find your inhale and your exhale. And just as you're doing that, just start to notice like what is kind of stirring around in your body from the day. Like maybe you had a really busy day, maybe you had a really amazing day, maybe it was a funky day. Just kind of notice, you know, what you're noticing. And then we'll work with our special breath. Actually, I love this breath. It's actually, you inhale less than you exhale. And they actually do use this for giving birth, this breath. So both of you might know it, but you'll inhale, we'll start with a 2-count inhale and a 4-count exhale. Okay, they call it the 2X breath. So you basically exhale for twice as long as you inhale for. Okay, so we'll start with an inhale 2 and an exhale 4, and then I'll just kind of progress us to a 4-count inhale and an 8-count exhale. So let's start with a deep breath in through your nose and just sigh it out through your mouth. And then breathing in for 1 through the nose, 2, just take a pause and then breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. Inhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, 1, 2, hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Let's go a little further. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pause. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold. And then just come back to just a normal, regular, natural, easy breath. And then just start to slowly flutter open your eyes. And you can roll forward, coming onto your hands and your knees. And just start to move through that very easy cat-cow. I'm just gonna make sure everyone's on mute. All right, I think you guys are all on mute. But just inhaling as you're arching your back, exhaling as you round it out. And just doing that a couple more times. And you might even need to just slow it down a little bit if you find like a creaky part in your spine, or maybe a part that's holding a little bit more tension. And then as you inhale, come into a nice flat spine. Exhale to tuck your toes and come into your downward facing dog while I adjust the microphone. So as you get to your downward dog, just start to find that Ujjayi pranayama, that deep nostril, even breathing. Relaxing any tension through your face, any tension through your head and your neck and your jaw. Beautiful. And then as you inhale, start to walk your hands back toward your feet. And as you exhale, heels are gonna plant into the mat and you're just gonna fold down over the legs. Good, inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, set your left hand down, okay, under your face, bend your left knee and sweep your right hand to the sky. Perfect. Let's take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, take this top arm, sweep it around your lower back. So those of you who did this class with me Monday, you'll recognize this, okay? You're gonna try to slide those fingers inside your left thigh or get as close as possible, and then spin your gaze up. You can use that same breath we did before. Inhale 2, exhale 4. Inhale, slowly come back to center. So straighten that left knee, right hand comes under your face, bend your right knee, and then reach your left arm up. Nice deep breaths here. And then just nice and easy. So you can take this top arm, sweep it around your lower back, and then get as close as possible to sliding these fingertips down inside the right thigh. Okay, you're gonna peel your left shoulder back. See if you can look up. And then as you inhale, release your hand to the mat. As you exhale, fold down your legs. We're gonna root to rise. Inhale, sweep your arms up, come all the way up, reach up. And as you exhale, hands come to your heart. Spin your toes out to face the edge of your mat. So your heels are gonna spin in just a touch, and you're gonna come down into your yogi squat. Okay, so I think all of you are good with this one, but if you ever need to modify, you just come here, yeah? Halfway down. Okay, so start to lift up through your mula bandha, your pelvic floor. We talked about that a little bit on Monday. Maybe just close your eyes. We're here for one breath. And then release your hands to the mat as you inhale, walk yourself forward. Let's come into plank pose. You can spin your feet so that your heels are up. Yeah, and you're feeling that buoyancy in your legs. Let's take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, come all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, roll your shoulders back, lifting up through your chest. And as you exhale, lower down just a little, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. That would be hard to touch your toes from that position. All right, just take another breath here, in and out. And then taking our right leg, we'll sweep it up toward the sky. Deep breath in as you reach that leg up. And as you exhale, you can start to bend the knee and open up the hip. And let's just give that top leg a little bounce, like just through the knee, little bounce of the heel towards the bum, just opening up that thigh. And then as you inhale, straighten out your right leg, square off your hip. And as you exhale, step in between your hands. And we're letting this back knee come all the way down to the mat. Okay, so we'll find this little low lunge. Okay, we call this Anjaneyasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, you're gonna come into a twist to the right. Okay, so the arms open wide, your left fingertips point forward, right fingertips point back, and see if you can look toward your right thumb. Ooh, see if you can hug your inner thighs in just a little. We're here for 3, 2, deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to frame your front foot. Nice. So let's inhale to shift the hips back, okay, and start to pull your right toes back. So the goal is to get your hips over your left knee. So you're creating a 90-degree angle. Okay, let's inhale, lift the chest, reach the heart forward, and then exhale, fold down your midline. So right down the center of the leg. So looking for some extra space here through the calf and the hamstring, through the inner thigh and the hip, lower back. Take another little bit of air in, like breathe as deeply in as you can, and then try to breathe in just a little more. And then breathe out as much as possible. And then try to breathe out a little more. We'll inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, come back toward this little low lunge, okay? We're gonna tuck your back toe, lift your knee, spiral your back heel toward the floor, and then windmill your arms up. So we're gonna come right into our warrior two, extending your arms nice and wide. Okay, right knee over right ankle. Deep breath in and out. From here, we'll inhale, take the arms back. So we flow back through this reverse warrior position. Exhale, flow forward, right elbow to right thigh. Let's really prop ourselves up. So just be mindful that you don't dump into your shoulder, and then take this left arm over your head. Okay, pull your belly button back. Yeah, so you're not arching through your lower spine. And then see if you can look toward this left palm of your hand. We're here for 3. Just stay right there. I want to come over and see. Ooh, those look good. Beautiful. 2. Awesome. Inhale, coming all the way back into your reverse warrior. And as you exhale, one more time, come forward. Bring this right elbow to your thigh. Now I want to give you the option here to take this right hand to the outside of your front foot. Okay, this is an option. Same thing is going to happen here with this top arm. You're going to reach up over your head, pull your belly button back, see if you can look toward this left hand. And then maybe we're going to sweep this left arm behind us, okay? And then as best you can, get as close as you can to sending those left fingertips into the inner right thigh. So they just kind of creep in there, and then you can, I like to push the fingertips into the thigh and then roll the shoulder back. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly release your hands down to the mat. And as you exhale, just pick your back heel up. Okay, so we should be facing the front of the mat. Inhale, step forward, lift your gaze, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding down your legs. So let's inhale, root to rise, pushing down through feet, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands come down. Beautiful job. So we're gonna take ourselves through a vinyasa just to rinse that out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Vinyasa, step walk or jump back. Take your chaturanga, modified chaturanga, up dog or modified up dog. And we meet here, down dog. Down dog is that time to rest and just sort of rebalance your breath, your heartbeat. We're here for 3, 2, feeling the entire surface of both hands pushing into the mat. And then on your next inhale, sending this left leg up, 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 nice and high. We'll bend the knee and open up your hip. You can kind of bounce this top leg a couple times, heel towards your bum, just opening up that thigh. And then as you inhale, straighten this left leg, square off your hip, and step in between your hands. Let's take this back knee and lower it to the mat. Whew. All right, so we'll sweep our arms up, finding this nice low lunge position. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, big twist to the left. So send the right fingertips toward the front of your mat and the left fingertips to the back of your mat, and see if you can look toward your left thumb. Little hug of your inner thighs. 3. Try to get in a little extra breath. 2. Letting out a little extra breath. 1. Good. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, just release your hands to the mat. Okay, we'll go ahead and shift our hips back nice and easy. I sometimes have to scoot my right knee back a little bit when I come into this one, or maybe scoot my heel forward. So just be mindful of that. Keep your hips side by side, 90 degrees here, okay, over this right knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and fold. Just see if you can find those little sticky parts, right? There's like sticky parts that we'll start to become aware of in certain areas of the spine or the hamstrings, just certain parts of the body. If you find those sticky parts, just bring your breath to those parts, using your breath to kind of melt that. And then as we inhale, lifting your gaze to look up. And as we exhale, rebend your front knee. We'll tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then spiral that heel to the mat. Okay, root to rise. Inhale for that warrior two. Pause and hold, yeah. Nice. So depending on how those hips are, sometimes this feels really good when we first come into it. Sometimes it takes a few breaths to kind of make our way in. As we inhale, we'll take this reverse warrior here. Arms flow up and back. And as we exhale, take the left elbow to your left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Stay super propped up here on the thigh. So no dumping down into the shoulder. And we'll look right up here at the right hand. Pull your belly button back. And then as we inhale, let's try this again, reversing the warrior. And then as you exhale, coming forward once more, elbow to thigh, or maybe this time you take this left hand to the floor, okay, just outside your front foot. Right arm can do the exact same thing here, reaching overhead. Let's look toward your right hand. So there's a tendency to like let the belly drop out here, or even to arch the back. So just be mindful, pull the belly button in. And then if you want to go for this little half bind, we're going to sweep this top arm around towards the lower back. And maybe it just rests on the lower back. Maybe you can get those fingertips inside the thigh. And then even push the fingertips into the thigh and rotate your shoulder back. Leaning your heart back just a little. And then as you exhale, slowly release this right hand down, pick your back heel up. Whew. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Exhale, folding down. We'll root to rise. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, hands come down. Okay, so we'll rinse it out. Vinyasa number 2. Inhale to sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step walker, jump back, lower down, and feel free to modify. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Yes, all right. Take your time here to just steady out your breath. So just like we did earlier, we'll inhale, walk your hands back toward your feet. And as you exhale, let your heels root down and fold down your legs. Inhale, lifting yourself halfway here. Exhale, bend your left knee. Left hand comes under your face. Right hand reaches up. So from here, what I want you to try to do, okay, this left hand that's on the ground, we're gonna try to reach under the body. See how I did that? And then see if you can grab your own left butt cheek with this left hand. And then you'll flip that left palm up and you're gonna take this top hand around and you're gonna find your left hand. So ideally, we put the right wrist inside the left hand, but just grab what you can. Yes, hold it here. And then see if you might even just shift your weight over into this right foot a little bit. And let's just try this. Just kind of shift your weight into the right foot, lift your chest. Just hold for a second. And then slowly start to come out. Woo! So we'll actually come into our Malasana. Flip your toes out, flip your heels in. Let's come down into this little squat. We'll call it a rest. Hands at your heart. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. Let's just give it a sigh. Sweet. And then releasing the hands down as we walk ourselves back to plank. So we'll come to that other side here in a moment. Okay, for now we're gonna bring ourselves back to plank pose. Take a moment as you arrive in plank and then come down onto your elbows with me. Just walking right here down onto your forearms and press your heels back. Lift your legs. Push so much down into your elbows that you feel like your upper back is sort of rounding out a little bit. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, walk back up to your hands. 1, 2, exhale, take a vinyasa. You can lower down chaturanga. If you want to modify to cat-cow, that's also an option. And we'll take down dog. Sweet, all right. So far, so good. We're all still together. Okay, good. From down dog, right leg is gonna sweep to the sky and you'll bend the knee and open up the hip. And I wanna offer the option here to flip your dog. I know for me, sometimes my body is just dying for that back bend. So if that's you, you can take that little wild thing here, flip your dog perhaps. Take one more inhale. And then just slowly come back, okay? So just find your 3-legged dog. Right leg to the sky. Take a deep breath in, and then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Boom. Yes, I'm gonna face you guys for this. So right foot steps to the outside, okay, of our right hand. Woo, so this is gonna be a lot of work for the legs. Start to walk your hands forward. I call this Spider-Man pose. I don't really know what it's called, but I call it Spider-Man pose. So arms walk forward. You're gonna pop up to your fingertips. You're gonna hug your inner thighs in. You're gonna look right to the middle of your hands. You're just gonna hold this pose for 3, 2, 1. And then slowly start to walk your hands back. Awesome. All right, so let me show you from the side here. So this right hand is gonna reach under, okay, this right leg. And again, you're gonna try to grab this right butt cheek with your right hand. And then flip that right hand up. So you could just push into your left hand and sort of reach your heart forward and just work here. Or you could bring this left hand around and set it down and into the right hand. So you can catch your left hand with your right hand. And we'll stay for 3. I'm just gonna come out of this so I can see what you guys are doing. Woo, nice. There you go, Katie. It's okay, just come right back into it too. Those look awesome. And just slowly release your hands down. Very good. So taking your right foot back, down your mat, and then just lower your knees. Sit your bum back onto your heels, and just coming into child's pose. And just take a moment to really tune into the sensations in that right leg. It really has to work in that pose. One more breath. And then we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. All right, so same here. Actually, let's take a vinyasa and rinse that out, okay? We'll inhale, come into your plank pose. Exhale, lower down, any vinyasa of your choice. And we'll come back down dog. And then start to walk your hands back toward your feet. Once again, inhale, walking back, lift your gaze as you arrive. And then exhale, fold down your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And as you exhale, bend your right knee. Take your right hand under your face and sweep your left hand up. Just feel the twist. Really plant the left foot down into the floor. Okay, so this right hand is gonna come through the legs. You're just gonna reach back. You'll take that right hand onto your right butt cheek and then flip your right hand up. Take this left hand around, see if you can find your right hand or catch the left wrist with your right hand. And you can stay just like that, or you'll start to shift your weight into your left foot. So what I do is I shift into my left foot, I pop up onto the ball of my right foot and look forward. You know, you gotta kind of buoy up through the chest for 3, nice. 2, and 1. Just slowly release, whoo, and then come into your squat, yogi squat. So if you need to move a little bit, like that's a lot for the legs, right? You can kind of move a little bit as you come in there. So binds are a combination, right? They're core strength, they're strength of the legs, the arms, they're also flexibility, balance. Okay, walking our arms or our hands forward, come back into your plank pose. We'll hold it here for a moment. Come back to your forearms. Push your heels back. Squeeze your legs, look forward. Pull your belly in. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to your hands. As you exhale, lower down your way. I'm gonna chaturanga. So every time you do a vinyasa, it rinses out your spine. So it's almost like it helps your body integrate all the other poses. Okay, as we inhale, send that left leg up, 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 up. And then we can bend the knee and open up the hip. You're welcome to stay here. Okay, if you want that back bend, you'll just start to flip it over into that wild thing. And then slowly come on back, right into that 3-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Woo, we'll step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then just pause here, take a moment. We're coming into that Spider-Man pose. So walk the hands forward, pop up onto your fingertips, look right into the middle of your hands, hug your inner thighs in. Yes, building a lot of heat for 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back. So they're just supporting you under your shoulders. Left hand is gonna come under the leg. So dip that left shoulder down, reach your left hand through the leg. Okay, and then left hand is gonna grab your left butt cheek. And then you'll flip that left palm up. And if you want, just press the right hand down and reach the heart forward. Or sweep this right arm around and see if you can find your left hand. So you're actually trying to get your right wrist into your left hand. We're here for 3. You guys stay like that. I'm gonna come over. Yes, everyone's got it. 2, nice. And 1, slowly release your bind. Go ahead and just step it back, left foot towards the back of your mat. Let's take your knees about as wide as your mat. Sit your butt back and then come down into this wide-legged child's pose. So if you can get your heart to the floor, see if that's possible. Just getting your chest toward the floor, onto the mat, and maybe just resting here on your chin. Awesome, and then we'll come right back to downward facing dog. And we'll rinse that out again. Let's come right into your plank pose. Inhale, exhale, lower down halfway or all the way to your belly. Inhale, upward chest. Exhale, downward chest. Nice, you guys. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more into our hamstrings. Step your right foot off your mat to the right, and then step your left foot off your mat to the left. Now, if you're like in like a funky position as far as space goes, you can turn around, you know, if you need to kind of come down your mat instead, that's okay. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the feet. So in this pose, you want to get your toes turned in about 5 degrees, just a little bit. And then just continue to walk your hands all the way back so that you're lining up the palms of your hands with your feet. Like the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes are in one line. Yeah, and then you'll start to fold, trying to get the crown of the head towards the ground. And then as you do that, the elbows start to bend a little bit. So you're trying to get the elbows right over your wrists. I'm gonna come around, so just stay as you are. Relaxing your head down. Very nice, Katie. Lift up through your kneecaps. Yes, good, Erin. Looks so awesome. So it's tempting, right, to lean back into your heels. So keep leaning towards the balls of your feet. That looks great, Denise. Yeah, you can float into that headstand. I'm seeing you kind of want to go there. You're welcome to go there. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your gaze, look up, look forward. Exhale, walk yourself towards your plank pose. And then either step or hop your feet back into your plank. Yes, and we'll start to take your knees to your chest. One at a time. And then you're gonna actually step your right foot in between your hands. Yeah. Keep your back knee off the ground for this. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And just like we did earlier, we're taking that big twist to the right. Moving those right fingertips back, left fingertips forward, and look toward your back hand. Now, another little option here. You can take this back hand, let it come all the way down, slide it to the outside of your back leg, and then reach your left arm up. Sometimes I'll go a little deeper in my lunge once I get that. Pull the belly in. We're here for 3, 2. As you exhale, windmill your hands down to frame this front foot. And we're gonna come right into your standing split. Okay, so pushing into your front foot, lifting up through this back leg, and start to walk the hands back and fold down the leg as best you can. So you don't have to force yourself into this. I'm saying that because I have to remind myself that all the time. Each breath, just intend to go just a tiny bit further. Look for those sticky parts, breathe into those. Relax a little more into it. One more breath. Gorgeous. Inhale to lift your head again, look forward. And as you exhale, release this left foot down beside your right. Bend your knees. Inhale, come up into your chair pose. And as you exhale, come all the way up to stand. Okay, so we'll work a little bit here on our balance. Oh, it's just the cord to my microphone sometimes feels like something is in my shirt. Okay, so stepping down through the left foot, catching the right knee. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of options for this, but just come here first. Yeah, so you can stay here. You can take your hands underneath your hamstring and like interlace your fingers. You could start to pull this knee all the way up towards your right shoulder. So when we come into Bird of Paradise, this essentially is the first piece, okay, when you come to stand. Cool. Now you could actually try to just hug, I'm gonna fall out. Okay, hug the underneath side of that leg. You're just hugging that leg in and you're trying to stand up as tall as you can. 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Shake out that left leg. Woo, butt is burning. All right, I wish I could hear you guys. So hands are down here. We'll come back to the top of your mat. Cool. Let's rinse that out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step walk or jump back, move through a vinyasa of your choice. So we're gonna do some tying together here. So before we go to that other side, we're gonna try to tie two pieces together. So just let yourself play. If you fall out, come back in, no big deal. And we're walking the hands back toward your feet. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's just take a moment here, catch opposite elbows, and really let yourself hang down into the fold. Yes, really allow those hamstrings to open up. Maybe even just sway a little bit here, side to side. Cool. All right, so let's come right here, hands down. Inhale, lift and look forward. As you exhale, left hand, wait, is that right? No, right hand comes under your face, and you're gonna bend this right knee. Okay, so right knee is bent. Left arm is gonna reach up. Reach up. And then take this right hand through the legs. Grab asana, right palm onto the right butt cheek, and then flip your right palm up, take your left arm around and catch it with your right hand. So whatever you can grab, if you can get the wrist, awesome. If not, get what you can get, cool? And then you can start to shift your weight into this right knee. So you're gonna have to bend this right knee, pop up to the ball of your right foot. Now I usually scooch this right foot in a little bit closer. Now I like to sit really low for this, lift my heart, and then you gotta press through this left foot to come all the way up to a stand. And this is sort of like the same thing we were just in. Good, Erin, sit your butt down, push down through that standing foot. There it is. Good, pull your belly button in, stand up tall. Ah, so good, you guys. All right, come on out of it. That was awesome. Let's come back into this squat. Hands to your heart, come into your squat. So when you do this again, if you come, do another class this week, your body will remember it. It gets easier and easier. Taking the hands down, let's do a little crow pose here. We'll take our palms down, come up to the balls of your feet, lift your butt up, and then hug your knees into your armpits. Yes. Move the heart beyond your fingernails, push your hands down, and then lift one, maybe both heels. So it's that term root to rise. As you push down, you also simultaneously lift up. Okay, releasing the feet. Nice job. All right, hands down, let's walk it back to plank pose. Here we are again, plank pose. Let's rinse it out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open up your chest, open up your hips, and then down dog. Beautiful. So we'll do all that on the left, right? Coming into your plank, and then start to pull those knees to your chest. And then you're gonna step that left foot in between your hands. Sweet. Slowly coming up, high lunge, here we are. Pull that left hip back, right hip comes forward, take a deep breath in, and exhale, open up to the left. Right fingertips move forward, left fingertips move back, hug your inner thighs. So let's go a little further. Left arm is gonna come down. We're gonna slide it to the outside of this back leg and reach your right arm up. Maybe go a little deeper in your squat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to windmill your arms down to frame this front foot. And we'll come into our standing split, yeah? Pushing through this left foot, lifting up through this right foot, and then folding down the leg. So this is essentially like very similar position to your bird of paradise. Little different, but similar. So just noticing what you're noticing. Where are the sticky parts? See if you can soften and relax. Bring a little more breath there. And then as you inhale, look up, look forward. Exhale, release your right foot all the way down. Bend those knees, sit your butt back. Swing the arms up, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come all the way up to stand. And we'll work our balance. Root down to the right foot. Just catch your left knee. Because it's like if our balance, if we don't have steady balance, then bird of paradise is like impossible, right? So just focusing what it feels like when you're balanced. You got to pull your belly in, be super duper tall. And then don't be afraid to fall out. I know for me, the minute I'm okay with falling out, I save myself, right, from falling out. So catching knee or hamstring, or pull this knee all the way towards your armpit, like as far as you can get it. And you'll notice that start to open up your hip flexor. Yeah, and you're welcome to even hug underneath that leg. Standing up super duper tall. Yes, we're here for 3. Woo! 2. And 1. Just slowly come on out of there. It's not the most graceful exit, but whatever. Shake it out. Especially that right side. And then we'll rinse that out. Stepping to the top of the mat, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step walk or jump back. Take your vinyasa. Inhaling, lifting heart. Exhaling, downward dog. Stabilize and breathe. Okay, we get to try this now on the other side. So let's walk the hands back toward your feet. Folding down as you exhale. I'm gonna offer you a different version of your fold here. So let's try to take this right arm behind your right calf and then weave the right hand in between the legs and catch the left shin bone. Okay, left arm's gonna wrap behind your left calf, come inside the middle of the legs, and then hook onto your right shin bone, and then fold. Use your abdominals to bring your chest closer to your legs. Awesome. Inhale to release that little bind. Lift up through your head, your heart, look forward. And as we exhale, we'll start to bend this left knee. Take your left hand under your face and reach your right arm up. So here's we get to tie these 2 pieces together. So left knee is bent, right arm is up. We're gonna take this left hand and reach through the legs. Okay, grabbing asana here. Left palm catches left butt cheek, flip the palm up, and then catch your right hand inside your left hand. Your right wrist if you can. Now let's start to transfer the weight. You're gonna have to bend this right knee, transfer over into the right foot, maybe even step your left foot in a little closer, pop up to the left ball of your foot, look forward, keep your chest super buoyant. Yes, it requires a lot of leg strength. Push down into your right foot, get your chest up, up, up. You gotta lead with the heart. Yes. You're pulling the belly button back. You're standing as tall as possible. You're staying with it wherever you are. Good, Katie. Yes. We're here for 3. Yes, Erin, you're up 2. Everybody's up. That's so amazing. And then just slowly release that leg. Okay, we'll just come out of it, coming back into your squat. Woo, you're gonna have to drink a lot of water tonight. We'll come back into this little squat. All right, so let's actually come out the back of our squat this time. We'll walk the hands back. Just sit your butt down and just step your feet forward. That was a lot of hip flexor work, so we'll get into a little bit of a stretch there. Flip the fingertips to point down your mat. Coming into our reverse tabletop. Inhale, lifting up through your hips, pushing down through your feet. down through your hands. So you kind of want to like relax your butt muscles, but push your feet and your hands into the mat so your hips lift. If it feels okay, you can drop your head back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower those hips. So good. Let's take our feet together, knees fall out wide, coming into our butterfly pose. So you can grab the flesh out from under you and sort of scoop it back. Maybe pull those heels in a little closer to you, grabbing a hold of the feet, and just take your thumbs, just give the insides of your feet a little love, a little massage. And then we'll take our fingertips and we'll just tap right here at the collarbone. Ooh, sorry about that, mic. Oh, there's the little girl. So just tapping right underneath the collarbones, and then maybe down through your chest. Yeah, just across the collarbones and down the middle of your chest, maybe even just down into your sternum. Yeah, and just kind of across and down. Really nice. All right, and then we'll catch a hold of your feet, take a deep breath in, exhale and fold. Moving the tailbone back, moving the heart forward. Just noticing if you're becoming aware of any imbalances. Like I just started to see that there's more tightness on the right side than the left for me. So no judgment, right? Just notice that, get curious about it, start to send your breath there with the intention to cultivate balance. Restore balance. One more breath here. All right, let's inhale to come back to your seat. Woo, nice work, everyone. And let's lie down on your back. And we're gonna see a very similar shape to what you just saw when we were standing. This is actually called Pavana Muktasana. It's actually called wind removing pose. It helps to compress the intestines. So take the right knee, we're gonna hug it towards the right shoulder. Okay, now if you want more here, you can catch a hold of this foot and you can start to open this leg up a little bit. So you might just be able to get it a little bit straight. You might be able to get it all the way straight. You might even be able to want to hold it with both hands here. So it could be just like more this half happy baby here. You could stay here in your Pavana Muktasana, or you could completely straighten the leg. It's like a lying down standing split. Keeping your back nice and flat on the floor for 3, 2, and then as you exhale, just slowly pull this leg. You can rebend the knee and pull it across your body. Now, something that can feel really good here, if it feels accessible, is you can straighten out the leg. Maybe you could even catch the foot, or like if you have a belt or a strap, you can hook it around the foot. We'll send the right arm off to the side, and then see if you can look toward that hand, that right hand. Now, another thing that I'll offer up here, if you want to bend this bottom knee and see if you can catch that foot with your right hand, it's called cat's tail. Just another little funky little twist. One more breath here. And then just slowly start to undo that, unwind that, come back to center. Whew. And then we'll just switch sides. Right leg nice and straight, catch that right knee, pull it towards that left armpit. Either we stay here or we start to straighten the leg. Maybe we just get halfway for this half happy baby, or maybe we start to go a little further, like really try to get that leg straight. Keep your back nice and flat on the floor. And then slowly as you inhale, release, bend that knee again. Let's pull that knee across your body, coming into that twist. So if you want, you can straighten the leg, and you don't have to catch the foot. So that would look like this. I like to catch the foot just because my arms are super long and I can. Left arm reaches way out to the side, to the left, and you can look towards that left hand. And if you want that cat's tail, you can bend your right knee and take your left hand and see if you can catch the inside of that right foot. Keep pulling your belly button back in toward your spine, protecting that lower back. And then just slowly start to bring yourself out of here. Come back towards your back. Feel free to just give yourself a nice big hug. And then what I'd like to do, we've got a couple minutes, is come into our shoulder stand, because sometimes we don't get time to do that. So a couple of options. If you are very comfortable with your shoulder stand, just feel free to come into it now. If you want me to kind of coach you into it, you'll start here in your candlestick. Your legs are just right up over your hips. You're gonna use your hands to sort of push into the mat and get your hips a little bit up, like as far up as you can until you can get your hands onto your lower back. And then once you get your hands onto your lower back, these legs are sort of at like a 45-degree angle. This is like a beginner shoulder stand here. And then you can start to walk your hands up, as close towards your shoulder blades as possible. And then the legs start to eventually lift up right over the hips. And we try to get the hands like as close to the shoulder blades as you can. I mean, my hands are still somewhere around the middle part of my back, but you'll notice that the further up they go, the more propped up you feel. And then just be mindful that you don't have a lot of weight in your head. So keep the majority of the weight at the upper part of your back. We're here for 5, stay there. I'm gonna come over. 4. Beautiful. 3. Nice work, everyone. Oh my God, so cute. I see couch shoulder stands. And so if you're in your shoulder stand, start to let your toenails move toward the back of your mat. So you're gonna lower those feet down towards your plow pose. Your halasana is what we call it. Toenail side of the feet coming down toward the floor. You want to keep your spine super long, okay? Keep as much space in your spine as possible. So tailbone reaches up, fire up those thighs. If your feet are touching, you can interlace your fingers and extend your arms down your mat. Get a little longer through the back of your neck. And then slowly begin to soften your knees. Bring your hands back to your lower back and just roll it out one vertebra at a time, nice and easy. Ooh. Coming all the way back to the floor. Extending those legs out nice and long down your mat. And then our counter pose, which is always how we finish this. It's like they're married, they go together, these two. All right, shoulder stand, counter pose is fish pose. So legs are long, toes are pointed, slide your hands under your butt, turn your palms down. And then as you inhale, push down through your elbows, lift up through your heart. And I like to imagine that you're opening up the throat and drop the head back. Maybe the top of your head touches the floor. And then breathing into the upper lungs. So extending or expanding your gills, your fish gills. And then let's push down to the elbows and release your head. Whew. And then slowly release your hands. We'll do one more thing here before Shavasana. Keep your knees bent, walk your feet as wide as your mat. Extend your arms out wide, and then just give yourself a little windshield wiper here of the knees, left and right. And then we'll take the knees right up over the hips, 90 degrees. And then same, just going left and right. Keep that movement fairly controlled through your abdominals. And then taking your knees in, nice big hug here. And releasing down for that final rest, coming in, Shavasana. I'm not gonna play music because I'm afraid it's gonna shut my computer down. So just take a moment to find your breath, to be still, to listen to the song in your own heart. I'll call you back in just a couple minutes. Actually, about a minute, I'll call you back. And just see if you can tune right into all 5 of your senses at once. Hearing the sounds in the room, smelling the scents in the room, tasting the taste in your mouth, seeing what you're seeing behind your eyelids, and feeling what you're feeling on your skin. So if you feel like you would benefit from a longer Shavasana, or if you're just feeling like you're totally in your Shavasana zone, then I'm gonna just invite you to stay right where you are. If you're ready to come out, then you're welcome to just find your way nice and easy up to a seat. And we'll close out our practice with the sound of Om. As you're finding your seat, just closing your eyes down, we'll take the palms together, bringing the hands to the heart. And when you're ready, we'll take a deep breath in. Let's just bow our heads forward and just remember the power of your 5 senses. They help you stay tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. Let's bless this day, pronounce it good. We say thank you and namaste. Thank you all so much.